This is the second time that they have broken this house. Well, I think that's more sturdy than the last one. Why? I did not expect sheep to be this destructive. Number who knows what at finding these guys a shelter. What did you do? Sheep. Why do you keep jumping on your house? Huh? Why do you keep tearing up your house? Clearly this design isn't working out for you two, huh? Yeah, clearly we need to figure something out. Dude, Willie, you're like drooling all over Willie's head. That's gross. That's yucky. Hey. This is the second time that they have broken this house. And based on the mud that's on the side of the tarp, I think they're jumping on it. Not positive. But I can see from here that they have broken the PVC on some of the joints. So I don't know that I'll be able to put it back together this time. For the record, before anyone asks, I asked the vet about him. She wasn't concerned. This is why you don't have a house to go under. Destructive sheep. Who knew sheep were so destructive? Goodness gracious. Hi, Wooly. Did you do that? Did you tear that up? Because you wanted to lay on top instead of under? So clearly our original sheep hut design did not work. I'm pretty sure the sheep were like jumping on top of it and trying to lay on the tarp instead of going under it, and thus they busted the plastic on all of the PVC, and so it's not salvageable at all. Hopefully we can salvage the tarp. We're gonna try. I stapled it really good, so we'll see, but we're gonna try a different design. But first things first, we got to get this one dismantled.
Okay, we're back to square one.
This time we're gonna try cattle panel. It shouldn't break. The only tricky thing is making sure it stays attached and doesn't just like. So we have our cattle panel bent over. This is just an 8-foot cattle panel, so it's quite short. We didn't want a super high tunnel, just needs to be for the sheep. And our plan of attack is to secure it to our frame using U-nails and possibly bent over regular nails. If we were making this from scratch, we would have made this square smaller to fit the cattle panel so that this bottom board would kind of, what is that word I'm looking? Support the bottom edge of the cattle panel. But since we are just reusing this square and it is a little bit larger than the cattle panel, we're just screwing in these little pieces of wood on the side just for it to have something to sit on there so it doesn't slide up and down when we move it. Onto the tarp. That's got holes all through it. Well, I think that's more sturdy than the last one, for sure. And hopefully because of the metal, they won't be able to knock it over. I think it ended up costing about the same amount.
Yeah, probably.
So, probably if you're going to spend the money, this one's a better choice. So, we'll see how long this one lasts. What did you do? What did you do? How did you do? Seriously, that's some heavy gauge steel. How did you bend it in half? Why are you so destructive? What on earth? Yourself. Don't look all innocent. You're destructive. You ruined your house again. What even? How even? Have you seen those cattle panels? That is some seriously sick, thick, heavy wire. Why? Why? What is your obsession with trying to get on top of it instead of under it? I did not expect sheep to be this destructive. There you go, sheep. What do you think of that? I don't know if you'll both fit in it at the same time or not, but surely you won't destroy it, right? Attempt number who knows what at finding these guys a shelter. Because when on this side of the yard, they got trees for shade, but when we move them to the other side, there is no shade. And granted, this is not ideal shade because it has potential to kind of work like an oven, but there is, you know, the grates for airflow still. So hopefully it'll be better than nothing. And then I feel bad when it rains. Yeah, their wool has sort of waterproofing, but still they look miserable when it's raining out. So this way they can get out of the rain a little bit, out of the sun if they want to, and hopefully they won't destroy this one. We just had this laying around. I had picked them up off the side of the road, a couple of them for my mom, and she ended up never getting them. So we thought, hey, let's try it. That looks big enough for a sheep to fit in. Let's see how it goes. Hi, Wooly. How are you? You look like a rubber, don't you? Yeah, does that feel good? Does that feel good? What are you doing, Willie? Is that how everything gets broken? From you climbing on it like that? Mm-hmm. Eat my fingers. Thank you. You gonna go inside, Willie? Yeah, there's probably some water in there. I just washed it out. You gonna go inside? You gonna go inside? What are you doing? Am I your ribbing post? Willie? How you like that? How you like it in there? Hi. How are you? You like it in there, Willie? You like it in there, Willie? Is it nice and cool? You're just gonna stay in there, huh? Okay. Cool deal. Really? Really? That did not take long. At least it's not broken, right? I mean, in theory, you could still climb in it. Ay, sheesh.